Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. There is no doubt about the importance of chips. With the rapid development of the Internet of Things, new energy vehicles, artificial intelligence, and medical equipment, the application level of chips is also growing. Chip production is a very complex process that involves many aspects, such as chip design, chip manufacturing, and chip packaging and testing. During this process, a variety of software and hardware equipment are also required. More than 20% of the chip manufacturing process is the photolithography process. Therefore, many people in the industry believe that the photolithography machine is one of the most important semiconductor equipment in the chip manufacturing process. EUV lithography is the only EUV lithography equipment in the world that can independently develop it, and it is also ASML's biggest reliance, because semiconductor companies around the world have to rely on ASML's lithography machines to develop high-end processes. Because of its unique process characteristics, the EUV lithography machine produced by ASML costs as much as $120 million, and the second generation costs $400 million. For such a high price, ASML sells several units a year, which is already a huge sum. Not a small income. In recent years, due to the fierce competition in the semiconductor industry, ASML's lithography machines do not have to worry about market problems at all. In many cases, the lithography machines are acquired by manufacturers before they are completed, or a large deposit is paid in advance. The three main customers such as Intel, Samsung, and TSMC are competing for EUV lithography machines. In addition to photolithography machines, there are also etching machines, wafer inspection equipment, ion implanters, and other equipment. When the United States, Japan, and the Netherlands signed a tripartite agreement to restrict the shipment of semiconductor equipment, many people in the industry believed that China's chip industry would be severely affected and even regress back to the 45 nanometers process. Japan officially restricted the shipment of 23 types of semiconductor equipment in 6 categories on July 23, and the process reached 45 nanometers. The Netherlands will restrict the shipment of lithography machines with processes above 38 nanometers starting from September 1. Under the leadership of the United States, the export of high-end semiconductor equipment from countries such as Japan and the Netherlands is strictly prohibited. The export quantity of mid-range equipment is strictly controlled, while low-end equipment can be shipped without restrictions. According to the latest data, China's semiconductor equipment imports reached $63.4 billion in the 3 months of July, August, and September, an increase of 90% compared with the same period last year. This data has also aroused the attention and curiosity of many people. Why has China's imported semiconductor equipment grown so rapidly in the past 3 months? American media said, The 90% increase in import volume in the past 3 months is more like an operation similar to hibernation. Some animals with hibernating characteristics tend to eat a lot and accumulate fat before winter comes. During the winter, they sleep a lot to reduce energy consumption. When spring comes, basically all the fat they have accumulated will be consumed. Operations similar to hibernation actually mean that Chinese chip manufacturers' demand for semiconductor equipment is not that high and they cannot use so many semiconductor equipment. However, in order to cope with the export control of semiconductor equipment under the tripartite agreement, they have stocked up some equipment in advance to use later. Judging from the current news, ASML has officially announced that it has obtained a shipping license from the Netherlands and can continue to ship controlled semiconductor equipment before January 1, 2024. It is still unknown whether ASML will be able to obtain a shipping license again in the future, but some industry insiders said it is foreseeable that the United States will most likely prevent the Netherlands from continuing to issue shipping licenses to ASML. After all, if ASML continues to obtain a shipping license, then export controls on photolithography machines are basically meaningless. ASML probably understands this, so ASML is accelerating the shipment of semiconductor equipment to the Chinese market. It can be said that it has become the least affected among the regulated manufacturers. According to the financial report data released by ASML, its revenue in the Chinese market accounted for 8% in the first quarter, soared to 24% in the second quarter, and reached 48% in the third quarter. From this point, it is not difficult to see that ASML has made a lot of profits from the Chinese market by accelerating shipments this time. Now that ASML's shipping license has not expired, ASML can continue to ship controlled semiconductor equipment, and ASML is still accelerating the shipment of lithography equipment to the Chinese market. Both ASML and TSMC have previously announced that they will delay the delivery time of semiconductor equipment. From this point, it is not difficult to see that ASML and TSMC have reached a relevant agreement to delay the delivery time of semiconductor equipment purchased by TSMC from ASML. This also means that ASML can allocate more production capacity and shipments to Chinese manufacturers. Compared with ASML, the other two Japanese semiconductor equipment manufacturers Nikon and Canon, which are affected by the tripartite agreement to restrict equipment shipments, are much worse. Judging from the data released by Nikon, its shipments of lithography equipment in the second quarter were 6 units, a year-on-year decrease of about 60%. There is no doubt that life for Nikon and Canon does not seem to be easy after losing the Chinese market. Therefore, Nikon has previously announced that it will increase the expected volume of equipment shipped to the Chinese market to about 3 times the current level around 2027. There is also news that Nikon and Canon are developing nil equipment that can bypass US restrictions and ship to the Chinese market. Regardless of whether Nikon, Canon, ASML, and other manufacturers can continue to ship products, Chinese manufacturers still need to strengthen technology research and development. Only by realizing domestic substitution can they avoid being stuck.